All right, today we're going to show you how to make these beautiful cheese knives. And the best part is, it'll soak up all that scrap wood you have laying around the shop. So let's get to it, and today we're going to make this one. We have these 3 pieces, 25 centimeters, and 2 of them at 11 centimeters. That's all we need for right now. Now we're at the table saw, and you are going to have to remove your arriving knife just so that you can cut through the thickness of this material and get it down to the size that we need for this project. I'm going to use a little mini, whatever, rip jig thing to get my size, but if you don't have one, you can easily enough use the table saw blade as well to do this. It's just a little safer doing it with one of these guys. So I'm going to get this set up, and the thickness that we want to cut this down for the blade, whatever material you choose for the blade, which is going to be 25 centimeters long, we want the thickness of this piece to be 8 millimeters wide. At this point, you should have a piece that is 25 centimeters long, 7 centimeters wide, and the thickness is at 8 millimeters. And this piece is going to be our blade at the end of the day. So make sure it's a nice hard wood, something that's not going to bend easily and those kinds of things, because it is quite thin and we don't want it to be too fragile at the end of the day. I always say that. I need to stop. Moving on. So, and then for your handles, this is going to be the tiger wood mixed with the tatajuba. And what I'm going to end up doing is gluing these guys together as such, just so that I have a small strip of the tatajuba, leaving a majority of the handle at with the tiger wood, because I prefer to see that darker color, especially with this knife. So I'm just going to flip this one piece the opposite way. That way it's a thin strip instead of the same size as these top 2 pieces. But the only important part for here is that we cut our width on these pieces at 11 millimeters, 11 or 12 millimeters if you would like. Just make sure that that's that side, and we're going to do this for 2 pieces. That way we have a left and a right to the knife itself. So I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of glue on these guys, glue them up, and then at that point we'll be able to cut off this little extra flange, sand it down, and get ready for the glue up after that. And during that time we can cut our blade. All right, now we have our 2 sides glued together. So, and as you can see, this piece here is going to end up being just cut off with the flush cut saw. That way we're left with what's on this side. We'll give it a quick sand, and then after that we should be able to cut them down and attach them onto our knife blade. So I didn't use a template or anything for this knife. I just kind of free-handed it. And then later on in the sanding, it really started to take its own shape. So, but what I'm going to do for my sake is I'm going to take this knife and just trace around it. You can see right here off of this piece that if I were to just do it from here, it would turn out just fine. So you could always go online, grab a knife blank kind of drawing or something like that, and you could just trace that out if you're not too great with the artistic side of things on here. But what I'm going to do is, since I really like this knife blade, I'm going to just trace around this one, and that'll give me my shape that I need to cut for here. Now it's time for everyone's favorite part, putting some tung oil on. And there we have it. This one is the tiger wood mixed with the tatajuba, and then of course the peroda for the blade. What a beautiful cheese knife. Very simple project that will help you soak up some of that scrap wood that's kind of laying around. All those little pieces that you can turn into the handles, and a couple of larger pieces that you can use to end up making the blades themselves. A very simple and fun project.